Good evening and welcome to Early Late Nights! Tonight, we have a jam-packed show for you, ladies and gentlemen. But first, let me introduce to you the one, the only, the number one trophy hunter of the Explosion Network! Bring in Ciaran Marchant! Oh, hey, what's up? Sorry, I was dancing to my stuff. Dylan says he hates me. He doesn't though. He really doesn't. I don't need the music anymore. I need my headset. I'm good. How's everybody's week going? My week is going pretty fantastic, if you don't mind saying so myself. It's been a fun week. It's been an interesting week. Most of it's been really fun. So it's really good to be here. Welcome to Early Late Nights. With me, your host, Ciaran Marchant, as my fantastic announcer said. Thanks, Mr. Announcer. My director's watching as well still. They're both fantastic people. They're lovely people. And what a show we've got tonight. What an interesting day. Some stuff came out. I'm glad you're so good so far. It's going to be an interesting show. It's going to be fun. On the agenda for tonight, we were talking Captain Spirit. If you were here before in the pre-show, I played the main theme song, the soundtrack song, the main piece from Captain Spirit. I really love that music. So I'll be talking my general thoughts. There'll be no major spoilers. No spoilers. We'll do no spoilers for it. No spoilers. We'll be talking about the Life is Strange 2 news. I'll also be going into the new Overwatch news. It's just come out in the patch. Pretty excited. If you don't know, I like Overwatch. It's kind of a lot. I don't know if I need to do a show with that, talking about Overwatch. That would be a thing. I need to prove that I don't have an addiction. Because I do. Because I do. We'll also be going over the fall of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. There's been a new update on that history, that fall this week, as well as going into the Lootbox news that cropped up in Australian news this week. So it's been fantastic. As always, I am your newly announced number one trophy hunter on the internet. That's why Viva La Dill said he hates me. Number one. And I'm also, if you listen to Platinum Explosion, a PlayStation podcast, you'll know I am, once again, two-time reigning champion, number one E3 prediction expert artist, man, champion machine at the Explosion Network. It's easy when Dylan keeps doing snowflake kind of predictions. Oh my god, what was he thinking? What was I thinking for someone? And that's, that made me think. So I listened back to it today. I wasn't able to be on the show, so I listened back to it today. I know it's Friday, kill me, but whatever. But I listened back to it, and as Dylan points out, I don't play PlayStation, so I'm not collecting trophies on it. But I'm collecting achievements. There are achievements. But I was thinking about it, and as I was listening to it today in the office, that I'm a little bit, in many ways, I'm actually a little disappointed in E3. And I hadn't realised this. And I was way more excited about E3 that 3-4 weeks before E3 when we did those predictions than I was during E3 and after E3. Because we had that, we did our predictions like super early on the show. So pretty early we did the predictions. And now we've come around full pulse. We've come back to it. And, we move through it and we do the predictions. And then we come out, and then literally probably the next day, Sony announces, hey, these are the games we're showing at our conference. And I was like, it made me realize how almost disappointed I was in the show. So let's hope that shit gets better. And I'm excited for the rest of the show. We got some good stuff. So, if you hadn't already noticed, or if you hadn't from my one and only, from the intro, from hanging out. Captain Spirit. It came out this week. It's free like everywhere. Like PC, Xbox, PlayStation 4, maybe Switch. I'd need to double check that one. But it's pretty much, it's out everywhere. It is the free one experience. It's kind of annoying, right? So I was a little not disappointed, but it was funny that, so the Don't Nod did so much in the marketing for this thing, this experience, this one-off game, that when they sold it, they're like, hey, this is an experience, guys. This is a real standalone thing. And then when you go to the PlayStation Store, it's like, this is a demo for Life is Strange 2. And you're like, what? Why couldn't you have just sold it as an experience, not a demo? That's probably just PlayStation being PlayStation. But, so yeah, they sold it as a demo, and you play through, and you play through in the shoes of a 9-year-old, who I think his name was Jack. No, Chris. Chris. You play through a 9-year-old Chris. And I played through the experience on Twitch Tuesday night. And overall, it was a really good experience. I had a lot of fun. There's one of these things in Life is Strange, and just don't seem to do it for the Life is Strange series. Their music is so on point. Their music's so amazing for the games they play or they make. Just that one song that I played beforehand, and I'm going to play it after, probably in the background, is so much fun to listen to and relax to. There's many points in the game where you take a seat. They did it in Life is Strange, where you sit down and you have a moment and you can just chill, and the music plays again, and it just made me feel like a bit of this melancholy feeling. That kind of surrounded this 9-year-old's life. And the story revolves around, it's pretty much a Saturday, and it revolves around, this boy Chris and his dad. And I'm not going to spoil anything that happens with it, but there's almost a lot to work out in this game of what's happened to certain characters, or why they're here, or what's actually going on, and it was a good experience. I think I disappointed myself a little bit with it, because a part of the game, you can just kind of skip to the end, as with most demos and stuff. There's if you trigger a certain event, it'll just skip to the end of the demo. Not skip, but it will put in motion the end of the demo. It will put in motion the final set piece of the game, or of the experience, or whatever you want to call it. God damn it. It'll put in motion that set piece that, plays out. How much did you complete, though? So, I did maybe 4 or 5. I think I did 4 or 5 of the tasks. I never finished his armor. I didn't get in the car as the spaceship. So the things I definitely did, I did the little I met all the little characters and he played. I went and turned the hot water system on. I found the saddest moment. I went and found the treasure. Did the treasure map, and went and found this little box, and that was super. I actually almost cried. I think I did 4 things. There was another thing. I can't remember the 4th thing, but yeah, no, I missed a very big thing. Because I don't know why, but as I was walking past the dad, I was like, oh, I'll just wake him up now. And I woke him up, and it started the end sequence, and I was like, oh, bollocks. The car is sadder? Really? I've already been thinking about replaying it. Dylan's in chat currently. So the 60th thing. So the car plays out, and then it kind of leads to the end of it, and then it rolls on. And for me, the game was really good. And then it did a thing where it kind of directly leads into Life is Strange 2, some way. There's a very specific moment, and then looks at a couple people you hadn't met yet, and then it ends. And that, it leads in. There's enough done in that last segment in that closing piece that, for many things, it's funny, because a lot of people that I was talking to beforehand, or I saw on the internet, that were asking, oh, are you going to pick this up? They were instantly like, no, because it's not, it's not a real Life is Strange game. It's not a needed thing. And yeah, it was. Yeah, it definitely was a Life is Strange 2 thing. So if you're interested in Life is Strange, if you're going to go and play the game at some point, you need to go pick up that game. You need to go pick it, not download it. It's on PC. It's on. If you like Life is Strange 1, there were some throwbacks to it. There were some direct connections to Life is Strange. It is, yeah, as Dylan said in chat, it is the prologue for the game, which I don't think many people first understood when the game first came out. So please take the time, give it the couple hours it will take you to play through, and it deserves it, to really experience that game and take it in, because there's a lot of feelings, and I was very angry at some points of the game because of certain things, and it does really well. So then it came out and announced that they're going to be releasing episode 1 of Life is Strange season 2, the 28th of September 2018. And this is, I'm pretty happy and pretty excited that this is actually coming out this year. I wasn't sure with them releasing this experience, was it going to be oh, it's going to be out next year. But no, it's going to be out this year. The first episode will be out in September. I think it's not a big deal for... I think a lot of people would be worried with its release date, with the other games going to be around it, but I think it's in a good point. It's going to be one episode, maybe, hopefully. I kind of doubt they're going to do the 2-episode release like Telltale have been doing recently, but they'll release the 1 episode, and then you can dig into it and play through it and really get that game not out of the way, but get through it in one sitting, and then, carry on with everything else you're playing. So I am super excited for Life is Strange Season 2. I love Season 1, and I'm really sad that it took me so long to play it. I'm really looking forward to playing Season 2 during the hype that people talking about it. I'd even like to do a spoiler cast maybe on the Twitch channel, where after we've all played the episode, a couple members might, if we're all playing it, Dylan probably is going to play it, so we'll talk about the episodes, because I think there's a lot to dig into in Life is Strange, and I really enjoy them. But they're a fantastic game. So if you love Don't Nod, if you appreciate their games, because I really do, please grab this experience, show them some love, and then play the game. Hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. If you haven't played Life is Strange before, play this game. If you like this game, go back and play Season 1. It's free. You may as well. And I think everybody else copped Life is Strange for free at some point, because it's on it. It's been on Games for Gold, and I think it's been on PS Plus now. So, it's a whole thing. I've got to say hello to Ada_Mio9, who's just come in chat, because he's just said that he has come here to improve his English. He's Turkish, and Dylan's admitted that this channel really isn't the best for English. But luckily, you have me. It's me here. It's not the Tasmanian. It's me. I have great English. My people wrote the language. My people are number one, and I believe in that. Let's move right along. Moving right along to the second story of the week, and my big thing that I had a major blowout today and was super excited and got super duper hyped for, and we had a moment of pure confusion when it first happened, and I'll admit I was a little angry, and then I sat down. Your people... Shit. And I was a bit angry. Not angry, but then I sat down and the more information came out of the character. I've seen more video. So, what I've been talking about is Overwatch dropped their, I think it's 28th or 29th character. I think it's Hero 28, I'm going to say. In the space of... It has a little hamster. Little hamster named Hammond. It sounds ridiculous. So the new character is Hammond the Hamster, also known as Wrecking Ball. And he looks pretty fantastic. So he is pretty much a hamster in a mech suit, ladies and gentlemen. If you're listening to this on audio, or if you're not looking at the screen right now, go just check out Wrecking Ball or Hamster in Google, or Hamster. Don't check out Hamster, you'll get heaps of things. Check out Hammond, or go look for Overwatch new character. You'll see the intro. Linko86, thank you very much. See you later. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been interesting to see this character. So Hammond is going to be a brand new tank character in the Overwatch story, and it's super exciting. So go check out the lore. A bit of basic background of it is Horizon Lunar Colony, where the ape character Winston came from, also experimented on a hamster. The hamster was really into engineering and stuff. He actually strapped himself on a little container outside of Winston's ship. So you go down. I lost my train. I lost my train like Hammond lost as he ejected off Winston's ship and landed in Australia. And he went to Junkertown! Yeah, that's the place. Junkertown. Sorry, I really like that video. I wanted it as my notification noise the other day, and then I was like, this is a bad idea. G'day. But it's... I'm really sorry, audio listeners. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody. But... it's been interesting this character grow. He's going to be a tank. His basic moveset is his mech has hit scan turrets that do something like 10 damage a pop with 80. But He has a movement ability where he turns into a ball and rolls around and moves an increased movement speed. He has a whole bunch of, like, he leaves a minefield as his ulti. He grows a shield based on the amount of people that are the enemies that are around him. And also he can swing around on a grappling hook. And he looks like a fucking meme. He just looks so great. There's literally people just smashing into everybody. It's live right now on the public test realm. God, I don't know why they call it realms in Overwatch, but that's a Blizzard thing. But he looks fun. I'm kind of excited. He looks ridiculous. I'm pumped to play as Hammond the Hamster, little mech guy. If you want to see more, check him out. Go check out Jane on YouTube. Go check out anybody. You just type in Hammond. You'll probably get a billion videos because he's hold. And I'm excited. He's going to probably change the meta quite a lot. He's going to provide something that we didn't already have. You know, it's in Overwatch, we're going to break some stuff up. So I'm excited. There were also Sombra changes have been leaked. Well, not leaked, but it was said by one of the game developers on the forums. Sombra is going to be having infinite invisibility and infinite duration time on her translocator. Could be an interesting change. I can see the change they're already made. They've reduced her invisibility during, not her invisibility, her movement speed during invisibility. There's a lot of things changing, so I'm really happy with where Overwatch is at a time where maybe a couple pros were starting to say, this is getting a bit stale, this is getting a bit boring. Blizzard is coming in and changing it up and really getting involved. So I am super excited. Other things that happened this week in Overwatch news, just quickly, welcome back, is that the looking for group system endorsements have just gone live, as well as profile privatization, whatever. But it's been really good to see the endorsement system come online. I think it's improving Overwatch. People are talking more. People are trying to communicate and help each other a lot more. People are just better in general. Just better whatsoever. Better whatsoever. What a great word. What a rhyme. What a rhyme, people. But it's good to see looking for group system. I'm getting 6 stacks constantly that I want to play with. It's really fun. It's really good. There's been a bit of controversy over the profile privacy. I'd like to talk about that on another. I'll probably wait till Tuesday to talk about profile privacy. And also 2 more days until competitive season starts in Overwatch. Again, it's probably 1 more day now. It's probably tomorrow now, because it was 2 days last night. So some point tomorrow, we're going to play some competitive. It's going to be great. I'm excited. You excited? If you like Overwatch, follow me on Twitter. @YourBoyRingo. I'm happy to talk about it anytime, anywhere. Moving. All right. No, done. Everybody who doesn't like Overwatch, you can stop now. We can talk about games. Just for you, you can listen again. So this week, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds Corporation dropped their lawsuit against Fortnite. They, I didn't. I said that on Tuesday, Dylan. Dylan's trying to get involved and say, hey, Crash Bandicoot's out. And I was like, I said that. I reported that on Tuesday. Crash Bandicoot's out all over the platforms today. I probably would have said it at the end of the show. But it's fine, Dylan. You do you. You do you. You come on. No, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, back to my show. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. So they dropped their lawsuit against Fortnite. They went and they officially had originally they were suing Fortnite's creators, Epic Games, for taking their idea and taking their IP. And it's now come to the point where PlayerUnknown has dropped the suit, because I don't think they had much ground to stand on, really, just because of, the only reason they really went after Fortnite was because how big Fortnite's got. Fortnite is now the premier battle royale game, and I don't like talking about battle royale. It annoys me. I think the news is oversaturated with it, so I'm trying to keep this to a minimum. But I think PUBG is probably dead. Let's be honest. And I'm disappointed because Xbox did sign up and did get this as soon as possible, and it's just been too late, too slow. The game's buggy, it's outdated, it isn't getting the updates as promptly as Fortnite does, and I don't think it gets content updates as much as Fortnite. So, I'm really sad. I'm really sad to see it, but I'm going to say PUBG's dead. As with all games, if you see the first game that ever comes out is always good. The first game that comes out that is grabbed on by the public is always really good, but there's always going to be something better when other people can take that idea and improve on it and continue to build on it. And I think Fortnite's done a better job of growing their game and having their personality. You swear you hear me say you hate talking about battle royales. Well, you probably do, because you just listen to me. Nowhere else you go to. Every time I'm scrolling through a news article, I'm like, I see so much PUBG stuff and Fortnite crap, and I'm just over it. Done talking about it. It's all over. I can't do this anymore. I just can't, everybody. I just can't. I'm going to talk about my tidbit of the show. So each and every show, I have a topic that I just want to chill out and talk about. And really get a conversation going on what people think. Because, it went to Australian Senate yesterday to have an inquiry into loot boxes and if loot boxes are gambling or not. And it's been a debate that's been going right around the world in the last 6 months. It's probably longer than that, but I think it's really come to a head in the last 6 months, where countries are now starting to put gambling laws on loot boxes, and it's going in that direction. And you know what? In many ways, it was really good to see the Australian Senate agree to starting their inquiry into loot boxes. There is a fantastic article up on Kotaku right now by Aaron Drummond. It'll be in the description, and I'll post it in chat after the show. Going through some of the research and everything. He does some of the research and shows different bits and pieces about it and what it means to gamble, and it's a good read. And I don't totally agree with it. I don't totally agree. Dylan has just said, and I think I felt this sentiment a lot stronger a couple weeks ago, but when I've been thinking about it and looking at the reports that are coming out, I've changed it a little bit. But so Dylan said in chat, loot boxes are gambling when Pokemon cards are gambling, which was my argument previously. That was my previous argument. That was my go-to, hey, I buy Magic cards. Magic cards is for gucked. And so Kotaku went and did their own research for it and looked at looked at 22 different games. And from their research, they used a group to try and, outline the differences in gambling. So those are an exchange of money or valuable goods take place. An unknown future event determines the exchange. Chance at least partly determining the outcome. Non-participation avoiding incurring losses. Winners gaining at the sole expense of losers. And I like those. That's an ideal criteria. That's an actual criteria when it comes to gambling. So, or when it comes to gambling in general. So to use that criteria on loot boxes, and so it came back that 45% of the 22 games, so that's about 10 games, should be classed as gambling. And I think on a whole, loot boxes should be there's two different ways that loot boxes generally get done. So one of the ways is generally they are purely cosmetic, just skins, just characters, just little, not characters themselves, but just, little bits and pieces to, decorate your character or have an icon or change up things every now and then. So this is something, and then this is something that needs to be iterated on, because then there's also the second type, and the second type has genuine game impact. So Star Wars Battlefront 2 did this at one point, where the loot boxes actually impact games. That you can buy loot boxes with real money, and you see different game results because of buying loot boxes, which is terrible. And that's the type that needs to be outlawed and banned. That's the type that needs to just be gone. Just needs to be disappear. Just no more. None of that. Nothing. I don't want shit. I don't want nothing of that. But when we see loot boxes coming out that have cosmetics, people are like, those are the good ones. Those are the great ones. They're not always the good ones, in my opinion, because with games like Counter-Strike and Dota 2, so they have these systems, and it's a lot of Steam-related games, actually, where you can go ahead and the items that you win by these loot boxes have a monetary value. So this is a story for me. I don't play Counter-Strike at all, but I dabbled a couple years ago. and I randomly bought a loot box. I think I bought a couple in the end. It was a game that I didn't want. I didn't buy. I didn't actually enjoy, but I still bought it because people had cool skins on their guns, and I wanted a cool skin on my gun when I was playing. So maybe it was a decent, maybe it was like $50 of loot boxes. And cool, if I just got skins, that was really cool. But then I got a really rare skin, and I went and sold that skin for $185. Now, for me, as an adult, is fantastic. That is, I'm just like, cool, I made my money, I'm good, I'm gone. Cool, on I go. But when you show young children, young teenagers, where you show people who then start seeing, when I say as an adult, it's okay, it's probably not. When I see people being able to make a monetary profit off these games, that's a problem. That's a problem, because then you're encouraging people to put more money into the loot boxes so they have a chance of winning money. And if you can claim your winnings, is what it says in the article, and I agree with this. If you can claim your winnings from one of these loot boxes, that should be classed as gambling. And I'm interested to see where this goes. It's the start of a very long... It's the start of a journey. It's the start of a very, start of a journey through gaming. It's the start of Australia's government looking at this. So we're not going to have any major changes for quite some time with this. It'll probably be next year when we hear about the actual results of the inquiry, and we go on from there, and then there's going to be a lot of voting and bullshit and stuff. So we're not going to hear, but with other countries already putting in that loot boxes are gambling and loot boxes are having to change quite a bit, it has been quite interesting to see that Australia's finally on the ball. And it makes me happy that Australia as a country is finally moving towards gaming the right way in majority of things. In esports, it's going the right way. The Melbourne Open's happening. Loot boxes, they're looking at loot boxes. Hopefully they start thinking about putting more money into the gaming industry, because that's what I want. And we can only wait and see. We can only wait and see, people, exactly what's going on. So what are your thoughts on loot boxes? If you're in the chat, shout out, leave your message. We'll talk after the show. If you're listening on podcasts, if you're going to YouTube after, leave a comment, tweet at me at your boy Ringo or at ExplosionPod, our Twitter, to join in on the conversation, because I think everybody deserves to have a voice. And it's a fantastic way to really empower people and get a conversation rolling. So I can, you know what? I realize that the more opinions I hear, the more educated I become, because I can see other people's points of view. And I think that's a fantastic way to be. Now, as Dylan said, make sure you go out today, buy Crash Bandicoot on all other consoles and the PlayStation. Go have a fantastic time. I hope you're enjoying Drive 2 if you're playing Drive 2. Is anybody playing that game? That game seems like a really weird release. Please go ahead, join our new Discord. There is a link just popped up in chat, or find it on our Twitter. I think it's on our Twitch page. It's been updated. I'll have to double check that after the show. And join in. We'll be chatting. I'll be there. Nick's there. Dylan's there. Ashley's there? I'm going to say Ashley's there. See conversations about all of our shows there. It's fantastic. Join in this week on Bevan Beats. Nick has put together the musical playlist for this fortnight, and it's all a mystery. If you can work out why, Nick's going to donate some money. Also, make sure, tuning in, Games Done Quick, still going on Twitch. It is updated. Yeah, click the Twitch button, twitch.tv/Explosion Network, go to the Discord, click the button, you'll go to the right Discord. And also, yeah, Games Done Quick, go support them. You got a couple more days if you're here in Australia. It's like 2-3 days still to go of the event. Go donate some money, do some good stuff, enjoy some speed running, and check out all of our other shows at explosionnetwork.com. I have been your host, Ciaran Marchant, here at the Explosion Network Twitch channel. We're here live every Tuesday and Friday at 6:30 p.m. Australian Standard Time. And if you can't make it live, that's completely fine. Come stop by at our podcast services, or any good podcast service, or YouTube at 7 p.m. the following day, or sometimes earlier if Ciaran messes up, to join in on the show. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a fantastic weekend. Let me know what you're playing this weekend. I don't know what I'm playing this weekend. Probably Overwatch, because competitive starts. But maybe I'll restart Vampire at some point. I don't know. It's going to be fun. Have a very good night. Thank you. I'm riffing until I can press a certain button that I don't know where it is. Oh no, I'm panicking, everybody. This is staying in the show. Good night.